Hi my lovely queens, welcome back to my channel. For everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. Thank you for joining here in this beautiful place. Okay, so today we want to talk about styling and how I am putting together my outfits and like my whole everything. Someone of you has asked me actually under one of my posts on Facebook the other day and asked me please make a video on this because we like your outfits and the way you style yourself, so how do you do that? So that is actually hard because you know what? More than I ever think about it, I feel it. And I think that all came by me stopping to think it over too much. So let's just put that as a first basis there, okay, that stop thinking too much. That is what I do. I don't think too much. Okay, so I had to put to a rest or put to the grave the things that I have learned in my childhood. And I think very early on in my channel I have spoken about something similar to that already, that when I grew up I learned that you don't wear red and pink together and you don't wear this and that together and this and that pattern and whatever, you know. I have been trained by my mom, thank you mom, to think like this, the way she was brought up, basically, I guess. And it was extremely hard for me to break out of this, because I sort of felt like a traitor to not live by the rules that I had been taught when I was a child or growing up. So I really had to break free. And there is also the other aspect of everybody, the whole fashion industry and everybody out there in the world judging you if you're different, because people have this weird, crazy but still understandable need to be part of something and to blend in and to not stand out. So yeah, so that is basically the thought behind all this. I, at some point, and that goes then again together with my weight loss, and if you don't know that story, you can go and check my weight loss story on my channel. When I started to lose all the weight and I had to declutter all my clothes anyway because everything was way too big, I then just started to rebuy everything in colors because I was done wearing black. I wore black and dark brown and dark blue, and that's what I wore. And I thought that I was like super great and super holy and super pious and super modest, and that's how I was supposed to be. I did not have the freedom to even think my own way because this is how I thought I had to be. Well, I don't want to repeat too much of my journey to color, that series, and also my weight loss story. I don't want to tell you everything double, but it sort of goes everything together. Everything flew together, you know, came together like that. Anyway, so when I started to add more colors, and actually that was first in my scarves, because that was the only thing I could always buy without being restricted by my size, you know, that always fit. So that's why I added a lot of scarves while everything else was still very plain. So that is where basically my journey to color started, I would think. And jewelry. So yeah, and then I just started to play with it. The more I lost the weight, the more stuff I could buy and fit into. I started to play with it, and I started to gain more and more freedom with every new thing that I dared, and with every new thing that I not only wore at home but also wore outside and exposed myself to the judgment. And believe me, there is judgment. But it brings freedom. It absolutely brings freedom, and I just want to encourage you, because you know what, if you live in my country, which is Israel, please start to be more colorful, because I feel so lonely. I do, really, you know. When I'm filming this, last night I went out on a date with my husband, and I just couldn't believe, you know, I was wearing mustard yellow, and I think purple, I don't remember, but I know mustard yellow. And green. So I was like the way I am. And while we were going down the street, every single person that we met wore black. It was unbelievable. I did, like, my eyes hurt and my heart hurts, and I don't understand what is going on with the world. Why? You know, and if it's not black, then it's some kind of dirty beige or ugh. Why? God has created so much color and so much abundance of everything. Why? I'm so upset about this, really, I am. Anyway, so what I really wanted to talk to you about is how I'm putting this together. I'm just trying to create like a backdrop of where I'm coming from. So when I'm creating an outfit, I try to create balance, and I've spoken about that in my video that I did in collaboration with Rapunzel about the color wheel and like the color theory and all of that. I'm gonna link it in the cards so you can check it out if you haven't seen it already. So I'm going a lot according to that. I'm going according to the color wheel. And as I spoke about in that video also, there are different ways to approach the color wheel. Like if you imagine the color wheel, I don't know if I managed to include something while editing, but if you imagine the color wheel, you can then take colors that are opposite each other or next to each other, or in a square or in a triangle, or there are so many options, and everything fits. And anyway, there are no limitations ever, even if you wear something where you think that this is never gonna fit. For example, let's say a polka dot skirt and like a blouse that has a heavy flower pattern. I love to combine stuff like this, and the easiest way to combine it is to just wear either a very broad belt or a shorter skirt over the long skirt that has the polka dots. That is like a shorter skirt that is unicolor, that creates a separation between that one pattern and the other pattern. But when you look at the whole picture, you then will have a strong pattern at the top of your body and a strong pattern at the bottom of your body. It will not be right next to each other because that would clash, but you will still have the balance in your overall outfit. Or, for example, you can have a polka dot, let's stay with the polka dot. You can have a polka dot skirt and then pick up that same idea in your scarves, if you're wearing scarves. By picking up different patterns or different colors that you have somewhere in your outfit, and you're picking it up again at your other body half. Like if you, for example, cut your body in half, like the upper half and the lower half, okay? And actually I'm doing thirds, which is not really thirds, but it's my head wrap, which stands on its own, and then the upper part of my body to like the belly button, and then down to the feet. So you can always pick up a color that you wore in your skirt or in your pants and then pick it up in your scarf or in your jewelry or something like that, just to create a balance, because it is, for my eyes, it's problematic to, for example, have a very, let's say, I don't know, a very dark blue skirt and then just a beige blouse and then nothing, you know? At least if you're not covering your hair, which I don't expect everybody does, I would then at least pick up that dark blue and have like a dark blue necklace or a dark blue scarf over that blouse or something like this, in order to create the balance and to drag something of that heaviness that you have on the lower half of your body, to drag it up to the upper half of your body, to have the balance. So that's what I'm doing. And then also the color combinations. There is no limit. There is absolutely no limit, and there is no reason why you should limit yourself, except the judgment from outside and maybe shocking your own family. But everybody will get over it, you know. My family got over it. My husband got over it. He married a totally different person, and now I'm like this. So that was a shock, but everybody got used to it. My kids only know me this way. When my oldest son was small, I was still my old person, but he doesn't remember that anymore. So my kids really only know me this way, and everybody gets used to it. Also, the people in the neighborhood, everybody knows me by having seen me. Playing with colors is super amazing and it's liberating. That doesn't mean that I'm always inspired, because I know that people think that it comes very easy to me always, and that's not true. I have days where I'm totally blocked and I'm standing in front of my cabinet and I think I have nothing to wear, and that's not true, because I have a lot of things to wear, because I do a lot of secondhand shopping. Like almost all my clothes is secondhand, almost all my jewelry is secondhand, even my shoes are partially secondhand. Like for the most part they're secondhand. So I'm totally into the secondhand shopping because it just makes sense. And yes, for my fashion blog I do need a lot of stuff. It's part of my job, that's what I'm doing. So it's not just that I'm like crazy about shopping, even though I love that. Anyway, so I love to play with colors, not only in my makeup, obviously there too, but also in my overall outfits. And I don't accept any limitations. And if I think there is a limit, then I will try to break through that and to find a way to work around it to make it work. So that's basically what it is. The rest is really just dealing with the people and the stares and the comments and the, like, you know, people just don't understand. And especially in a country like Israel, where I'm living, it is not always easy, especially as a woman, to be bold and to be colorful and to be flamboyant and to be okay with being looked at, because it's not modest. And yes, I am standing for modesty in my clothes, the way I understand it, but the general opinion about modesty is that women should dress down, they should wear colors that, you know, blend in, that nobody draws attention to them or nothing draws attention to them. And that is maybe okay with a lot of people, and it was okay for a long time for myself, but at some point it didn't work for me anymore. So I just enjoy being in front of the camera. I'm enjoying to post my pictures. I'm enjoying, okay, so not everybody is like that, but I still think that if you are in that position that you are looking for something to do something differently, then just try it, you know, and you don't have to go overboard like immediately like I did. It's just that this is my character. I do everything, like I run towards it, you know, if there's something new that I want to do. But if you want to take it a little bit more slow and you want to find out what colors fit you and what style will fit you, then maybe just use a scarf and just put it around your neck and just wear that next to your face and see for a day how you feel about that color. And then start to build on that. Try different colors. Try different earrings. Try do your hair differently. Try different color makeup, you know, something. Do small steps, and then you can build on that and see how far it takes you. Maybe we can have a club, like the Colorful Queens Club or something. Anyway, so I would really love that, honestly. Yeah, so I'm just styling myself the way I feel it on that given day. I'm not overthinking it. And there is, though, when I have those days that I absolutely do not know what to wear, then I have a few things that are my default favorite clothes, and I choose one item and then build something around that. So sometimes it's a shirt, or sometimes it's a skirt, or sometimes it's a scarf, or sometimes it's a necklace. And then I just tell myself, Leorah, think out of the box. I have to tell myself, because sometimes you need to tell yourself because you're stuck. Like I get stuck too. Sometimes I also get stuck doing my makeup and I really don't know what color combination could I do. And then I sit in front of the palette. This one is just here because I used it today, the Munasa palette from Plush Tribe. So I sometimes I sit in front of the palette and then I think, whoa, I absolutely see nothing I can do with this, you know, and that's embarrassing because this is abundance as it comes. So but sometimes we are all humans, and that's okay. We can be stuck. It's okay, you know, but just get unstuck. And then I tell myself, Leorah, think out of the box. Try to go away from the default thing that you would do. And then usually I get surprising, like I surprise myself with what I can come up with. And I believe that everybody is like this, you know. Yes, I do have like a special passion for makeup and styling and all of this, and I also sort of trained my brain and my awareness to colors and to patterns and to styles. But even if I wouldn't have that, I do really believe that everybody has this ingrained inside your soul, that you have an appreciation for colors and for balance. Everybody needs balance in everything in our lives. And so when we look at something, when we look at a painting and we immediately are drawn to it, or we immediately feel like this is not for me. So there is either a balance for us or not. And that might be totally different for someone else. So the thing is that you have to come up with your own balance that you can live with and that you can be happy with. And the second you have found your balance in what you're wearing and how you're styling yourself and the colors you're using and the whatever you're doing in your whole overall outfit, the second you have found your balance, you will live your outfit. It's not just going to be clothes, you are going to live it. You're going to be the queen wearing those clothes, you know? And no matter how weird it might look for someone who just doesn't understand, but they will see. They will not understand, but they will see that you're wearing this with confidence. And I know that people appreciate that, even though they don't understand. So yeah, that's my 2 cents of wisdom on styling. But overall, I just wanted to say, don't lock yourself into boundaries that don't need to be there, and don't overthink. Just feel it. Feel the colors, feel what your soul needs, and feel what your mood today needs, which colors, and then just go with it. So my lovely queens, I really hope that you got some benefit out of this video and out of my thoughts about styling and what I'm doing in my personal life and on social media, obviously, because the one is the other. So if you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel. If you liked what you see, then please give me a like, and I just hope that you come back for my next video, which is going to be really, really soon. And up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Try out new stuff. Don't be scared. It's just clothes. It's just makeup. You know, worst case, you can just take it off or wash it off. It's not the end of the world. And we'll all keep living. Okay? Okay, so next time I see you, it's going to be right here, this place. And I'm looking forward to that. And up until then, go ahead and sparkle. Don't forget your queens and your royalty. And I love you so much. Hugs and kisses. Bye.